Okay guys, I'm going to quickly go over my best method that I've developed for cleaning cylinders. This is after you do a home job or you send your block out to be machined like this one was. The first thing I want to tell you is using these brushes, these engine brushes, these cylinder bore brushes that you get from Summit and Jiggs is a mistake. You can use this to get the heavy crap off the top, but if you take a look at the thickness of the bristles, it's pretty evident when you look at them and then you compare them to the actual crosshatch that's here. Okay, sticking into the cylinder here a little bit. You realize that those bristles can't get in there to clean in between the crosshatch. So if you're looking from the side, it kind of look like your fingers if you're holding your hand out like that, horizontal. Those bristles can't get in there to get that shit out. And you'll see guys that use hot soapy water and one of those brushes, and they go really, really fast, and they act like the fucking cylinders are clean. I'm telling you right now, they're not clean. I don't care what they say. The other thing you'll also find on the internet, which is really wrong, it's actually worse than the brush, is using green Scotch-Brite pads. I won't go into exactly why these things are bad right now, not in detail. I plan on doing a video later. But the big thing to keep in mind here is that because this is an abrasive material, it's got aluminum oxide on it, you're actually changing the crosshatch. You're changing your cylinder finish on your bores. And then the aluminum oxides cause another problem. But again, I'll go into that later. But please, the last thing you want to do is use this in some WD-40. Not a good idea, okay? So what I got here is I got a sponge, or it's actually a magic eraser, okay, that I've cut into fourths, and some ATF here. This I found is the best method for getting all the crap out of your cylinder bores. You can see all the little black particulates and everything that I've picked up. Focus, come on, focus. No, it's not going to focus. There we go. You can see all the crap that's come out of that crosshatch that's onto this and embedded into this magic eraser. But this and some ATF, doesn't matter what kind of ATF, what spec it is. You can get the cheap Walmart brand. It also doesn't matter on the magic eraser. You can get the name brand ones or you can get the cheap Walmart ones. They do just fine. But I can kind of demonstrate here. This cloth is actually soaked in WD-40. You can probably see the line right there, where you can tell that there's something on here. You're gonna have to trust me. I'm only working with one hand and no tripod, but this has WD-40 on it, and I can go down here and I can wipe these cylinders with WD-40. And don't get me wrong, WD-40 does an okay job, but what I'm going to show you here does a much better job. So you can see I'm not really getting anything out of there. Yeah, there might be a little bit of stuff on there, not really a whole lot. But when we do the ATF and the magic eraser, you'll see that you'll see all the crap that's pulled out. I've already started cleaning this cylinder, and you can see some of the stuff that's on there. Okay, and you can also see that that rag didn't do anything at all. But when we put this into some ATF, okay, you don't want to drench it. Just want to get a little bit on there, okay? And you start scrubbing on the cylinders. You'll start seeing all the junk that comes out. And this is really important, for ring seal and or ring seating and ring longevity. Dirty crosshatch is not going to allow the rings to seat properly, and it's not going to let them, or not going to allow your ring seal to last as long as you necessarily want it to. But here we go. So you can see crap on that sponge that I just pulled out. It's kind of built up in the center. It's a little hard to see here, but if you look at it from the side, you can see the junk that just came out of there. Okay, right there on that edge that I used, and here I'll do it again. And I'll use this edge that you saw was nice and clean. We'll go up here and we'll do another section of the cylinder. And you want to keep going and going and going until you basically get the magic eraser to come out looking like it did before it went in. You'll get some color change where basically the ATF will soak further into the sponge, but if the sponge doesn't have a bunch of heavy black particulates on it, then you're doing really well and you're pretty much done. Let's see if we can get some stuff here. Yep, we got some particulates on there. But you can see that towards the top of the sponge that it's already starting to come out a little cleaner. But if you go ahead and use this method, you'll end up with a lot cleaner cylinder. and a much better ring seal. Your rings also seat faster. This is a really, really important step if you use Total Seal cylinder lubricant, as I do. One second, I got a guy on a motorcycle driving by. Every time I hear those guys, all I think about is the Harley Davidson episode of South Park, if you've seen it. God, annoying. Yes, loud pipes save lives. I know what you're thinking. Whatever. I agree with you, but still fucking annoying. Okay. So yeah, you can see all that starting to come out, but the sponge is getting cleaner and cleaner as we go along here, which is good. Yep. Still getting some particulates on there. You can see I do this one. This one was just about done. I wasn't really going to mess with it anymore. I'll be amazed if there was going to be anything else coming out of it. Yeah, a little bit. But go ahead and use this method. I think you'll be a lot happier with it. And if you're a clean freak, then you'll definitely enjoy this method.